Oh, my name is Riley Owen. It's good to see you today. What? You don't want to see my comic book collection? Oh, you do. Oh, my mistake. You want to see my comic book collection? I'll show. Come on, we'll go over to the wall. This here is my comic book collection. I don't know where they went. Oh, silly me. They're right over here. Oh my goodness. Who's the idiot now? Not me. um Okay, first off, before I show my comic book collection, I'll show you all what's going on here. I made a video recently. It's called "Why I Gave Up on Collecting," and I also talked in a vlog. I showed some books I was getting rid of, and I showed my physical media collection. After the downsizing and consolidation, what's left is now even smaller. This is what's left now. Everything else is in here. And I will find a home for these discs, I promise. They will be going in another case very similar to this. I want to get this one replaced because I already kind of regret it a little bit because the quality of this thing is definitely China made. But yeah, I mean, I've got some tapes, and these are things that I still got and I want to get replaced, okay? I want to replace these Betty Boops with just the files I'm going to have on my Mac. I've been digitizing isn't the right word because I'm not taking these and making them digital, but I am getting digital equivalents. And a lot of the Betty Boop cartoons, this set was put out in the 90s, I believe, or maybe the 80s. I think it was the 90s. We have much better prints now than what was included in these. So it's just a win-win overall. Just anyway. So before we get into the comic books, I want to show you all pretty much what's left. I mean, this is pretty much what I have. Matter of fact, this here I'm getting rid of. And this used to house most of my physical media. The closet, I moved everything over here. Okay. And hey, what's up? Kate Kaheke Garden 90,337. How you doing? Before I show my comic collection, I'm just showing some updates. Well, no saying stuff to you. What do you mean by that? I don't know what you mean. Anyway, oh, and I got rid of all the Adam Sandler stuff. And I have Panini up here, just kind of sitting on the ceiling, along with what do we got here? We got a Alaska animal, and there's a long story about this. I won't get into it. But so the physical media, got the books. These are the books that I've left. Well, I'm a roaster. A roaster. Yeah, sometimes I'll be fine. Sometimes I'll be rude or violent to other people that have been annoying me. I see. I tried getting in a roast battle once in middle school. It didn't go too well. I don't remember what I said to my friend Stanley, but he insulted me back, and he said, at least my mom doesn't live in a cardboard box. Everyone was like, ooh, scary. And this was back in, I was in 6th grade, and this was years ago. This was in the 2010s. Given the nature of that argument, that makes sense. But anyway, these are the film. I also got rid of a lot of my films. These are the film prints that I have left. And so, well, this isn't a film. This is a Go Fish but I just kept some of my favorites, you know, some Oswald cartoons, things like that. Anywho's, now for the comic book collection. Hello, English to Spanish. Oh, do you speak Spanish, Raquel? I'm glad you're here, but I don't speak Spanish, I'm afraid. First off, we got Dragon Ball. Now, I started reading Dragon Ball in December. Or no. Yeah, December is when I read Volume 1 online. And I fell in love with it, and I got this for Christmas. And so I've been reading through it. And I've read up to 11 so far. So 1 through 11. One of these had a coloring page on it. I thought that was pretty sweet. I'm liking Dragon Ball so far. I like Naruto better because I grew up with it, naturally. It's fun to see though, because I always hear with Naruto, you know, I was reading Naruto as a kid, and I would hear that Dragon Ball was a huge inspiration for Naruto, and it's really, really fun to read Naruto and see the similarities between Naruto and Dragon Ball. Did I say read Naruto? I meant read Dragon Ball. It's fun to read Dragon Ball and see the how there's some similarities. I mean, the first thing I noticed was the Turtle Master, the way he trains and everything. It reminds me a lot of Kakashi, like an extended Kakashi training sequence, like towards the beginning of Naruto. Right here, I have comics that a family member of mine made. It's called Greenpeace Galactic Detective. It's like a sci-fi comic. And there's a few of these. I'll just go through them all. Some of these, I haven't read all of them because I'm not really a sci-fi fan. But some of these, he sent me all these. When I found out he did them, because I'd never met him, you know, 5 years ago or so is when I met him. He's like, yeah, I do comics too. And so he sent me his. And the thing is about I'm really not a sci-fi guy. It's actually kind of a turn-off. I do like the comedy, though. As a matter of fact, I'll show you my favorite one. Let me find it. But he did these with... oh, what was the other guy's name? Should be in here. Jason D. Groot, that's it. So Adam, he's the family member. This guy is not a family member. I guess he's a friend or something. I don't know. I'll need to ask him. But there's one of these that I really liked. Me being such a comedy fan. It. So he doesn't make these anymore. Oh, this was the one. This was the one that I loved. Sitting Pretty. I'm like a classic comedy guy, so I love the cross-dressing stuff. And this one, I'll find it. He turns into a girl, like a stereotypical female, against his will, basically. Ah, raspberries. Specific panel. Yeah, I like this panel a lot. This is my favorite panel in all of Greenpeace right here. So there you go. Oh, what does he say? Does he say "aw nuts"? Yeah, he says "all nuts." That's just wonderful to me. This is the kind of stuff I die for. Ha, your zapper didn't do nothing. Yeah. Anyway, as you can see there, I'll just pull out the other one and show you. Yep, there you go, Citizen Green. So this isn't a comic book, but this is a My Little Pony coloring book that I have colored in a little bit. So right here I've got some Oswald. Oswald the Lucky Rabbit is my favorite cartoon character. That and Tom and Jerry and Pinkie Pie are my favorite cartoon characters. So I've got some old Walter Lantz Oswald comic books that I got from eBay in a lot. I didn't originally have the intention of reading them. I got them just for the collection, but now I'm trying to get rid of the collection, but I do like reading these, so I'm keeping them. These are ones that I have not read yet. I think there's one more. Oh, no, this is different. I have some more up here that I have read. Oswald. Well, this one I haven't finished yet. There's a bookmark in it, but Oswald, there's another Oswald. And there's another one back there. And here's a comic book. I got these at Free Comic Book Day. Bunny Mask. Yeah, this one was kind of fun. I don't know what any of this stuff really is. I just kind of have it because this is a double feature. Wand Dance. This is like the most Japanese thing you'd ever seen. And Blackguard. It was kind of fun to read through, you know, just because I had it. I liked this, Archie. I guess it's a modern day Archie or something. I need to get a drink. And right before I read that, or after I read that, I watched My Life as a Teenage Robot. Because I had an episode on a Nick Picks DVD. Nick Picks 5, I think. And I fell in love with Teenage Robot. My friend wants me to drink more water, so that's why I'm doing it. So I fell in love with Annie the Robot, and I got a whole. It's a whole story, man. I got the games you can play with her in and everything. Anyway, this started my Teenage Robot loving of that show. And then I got a Three Stooges comic, which I was going to gift to somebody because they loved the Stooges more than I do. But they ended up going to jail, so I couldn't end up giving it to them. And this one was a lot of fun. This was called Enemies, I guess. I don't know. I guess it's newer. I think this was 2022 when I picked this up. I put it in a little sleeve, but that one was a lot of fun. I think it was a teenager who made it. It seems like it. This one was okay. Kind of reminds me of Rayman. Oh, excuse me. Here's the first comic I ever got out of all of these. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. Naruto was the first, but Ren and Stimpy, you know, one of my favorite animated shows of all time. I have the poster there. So, there you go. I think now we can get into the good stuff. Oh, no. Oh, this is good. This is good. This is a super rare comic book. Actually, I have two versions of them. The reason I got it was there's an Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. As I told you, he's my favorite cartoon character along with Tom and Jerry and Pinkie Pie. And this is the same comic. They just have different covers. I didn't know that going into it. I thought this was a lot of two, and this was the cheapest listing of this one. So these are the same thing. So if one of you wants one of these, I'll give it to you. I'm not going to charge $50. It's worth like over $100 easily, but I'd probably charge $30, $20, something like that, for any of you Oswald fans. But yeah, the Oswald comic was really great. Totally worth it to me. As he's one of my favorite characters. Here's the good stuff. Here is the good stuff. My Little Pony. I have volume 11. I never picked up any others, but I grew up with My Little Pony, and I grew up with these comics. Not this one specifically. I remember seeing this one in the store, but these were coming out. You know, My Little Pony is special to me for many reasons, but one of the big reasons is it is the only thing from my childhood that I watched that was like from my childhood. It wasn't from... I grew up watching like old 1920s films and cartoons. It was so rare, and even today it's so rare for there to be something that I like that's actually produced in the time when I'm watching it, you know, there for the premieres and everything. I remember when Equestria Girls came out, me and my friend Emily freaked out. Twilight's a Princess, oh, whoa. You know, so lots of great memories. So I have volumes 1 through 11. And I bought them individually. I'll show you the one I had as a kid. This was a great book right here. This was a good one. But yeah, man, this is the stuff that you gotta cherish, man, from your childhood. This is the one I grew up with, and I have a very interesting story about this. If you want to hear it sometime, I'll let you know. I forgot to show these in my Little Pony collection video, which that video is now outdated because I got rid of most of my stuff. Here's volume 2 with the glittery pony logo. And finally, for the main series, we have Volume 1. And on top of that, we have Ponyville Mysteries, Volume. Ponyville Mysteries. I think it started off pretty, but by Volume 3, I thought it got pretty decent. Yeah, I would say it got good. I don't think it was ever great. The writing and the storyboarding just wasn't that good, especially in volumes 1 and 2. Especially volume 1. I'm sorry, this was just a lame comic book. And then the last, if we see Applejack here, we have Naruto. Also, I've got a Sakura drink that I got. I mean, I drank out of it, obviously, but had to get that, bro. It was $2. I mean, come on. How can you resist? Naruto, I grew up with these right here, and these I got recently. Sakura is my favorite ninja, by the way. I think she looks so cool in that cover. She's the definition of epic, you guys. Anyway, that's my comic book collection. I could show you guys the comic books that are mine, like ones that I have made myself. I don't want to go through that. I'm kind of bored today. That's why I'm doing this whole comic collection thing in general. I'll just slide by a couple minutes, do a little something, you know. So I'm probably not going to show all that. That's for another time. But right now, I am just reorganizing these, going to put them back on the shelf. There we go. And there we go. We're all set. All right. What's up, guys?